All right. Okay, so this homework was pretty intense. I know there's a lot I assigned. So if you still need time to get it done, it's all good. Do want to talk about it? And actually, I kind of want to show you the process for some of these problems because some of the factoring can be a little intense. And I don't want you guys spinning your wheels on Friday when we have the test. And also, I am going to be doing a Zoom call the night before. So is there a preference for time that you guys want on Thursday that would work? You have Thursday night football? Do you want to do after the Thursday night football game? Would 8:30 work? If we do earlier, you can see my kids on the call if you want. But anyway, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do a Zoom call. No, we'll do it. We'll do. How about no, Mark Cuban, no. How about 9 o'clock at night? Would that work? Okay, we'll do 9 o'clock at night on Thursday. Yeah, 9 p.m. Sure. Okay. All right. So
I got tutoring at
at 9 o'clock.
Oh, like it's good. I do.
Okay.
Text me when
All right.
get your avatar.
Okay, guys, quiet, please. Thank you. All right. So for three, so I will, but I still want to go through the process of factoring one of these because some of these. So the point I'm trying to make is that what I don't want you guys doing is I don't want you guys spending too long factoring large polynomials. When we should do is factor the easy stuff first, and then assume that the bigger polynomial has one of those factors. That will make your life much easier. I'll show what that means in a few minutes. But for now, the first part of the homework number 22, was just getting things to cross out, right? So for part A, I know the resolution sucks here, but you have x squared plus 6x plus 9. You have x squared minus 9. That goes x plus 3, x plus 3. Then the bottom, x plus 3, x minus 3. The x plus 3's cancel, leaving with x plus 3 of x minus 3. John, go ahead.
It's kind of unrelated. I got to
Sure.
know that my
Yeah. I love unrelated stuff.
my
Go ahead.
project, like the coding project,
Uh-huh.
didn't get graded, and I didn't like drop off my.
You didn't grade it. I put the grade in. I put the grade in. No.
They like
No, you got 100%.
computer science people said that like I didn't turn it in.
No, you did turn it in. They gave it to me. No, I think what happened was I don't think they knew initially that you.
Okay.
When was this email? Today? What? Okay, I'll check it out. I'll fall through my free period after this. Okay. All right. No, but it is related. It's math. So I was hoping for something else that's not math related, but not hoping. Okay. Part B, guys, quiet, please. So here's what I do for this one. Choose one of these a factor. Don't get too careful. Like I got a factor at top, I got a factor at bottom. So the top I factored. I got 2x minus 5x plus 2. And if you want, you could do the diamond, right? You could say, well, here's a diamond, right? Like if I do the first one, I get negative 20 up top, negative 1 down below, negative 5 and 4. Lee, can you stop talking, please? Thank you. So you get 2x squared and negative 10, negative 5x and 4x. You get 2x and negative. I mean, you could go through all these motions, right? Fine. But once you do one of them, kind of assume that one of these factors is going to come out from the bottom. The bottom is 3x squared plus 7x plus 2. Not going to have a negative 5 clearly, right? How am I going to get negative 5 out of 2 or 3? It can't happen. But can x plus 2 happen? Sure, perhaps. So if I assume x plus 2 comes out of this, then I have to put a 1 here to make that a positive 2. I have to put a 3x here to make that a 3x. If I check the middle, it does get you 7x. Now I've done it correctly. So I didn't have to actually factor two polynomials in all its glory. Just choose one of them, see what factor you get, and assume that one of these factors has to be pulled out of the other. If you do it that way, it's going to be good for your sanity. You're not going to be factoring too many times. And I see it works. Cross off the x plus 2's. I get that. Fortunately, see those are exactly the same thing. Just get 1. For D, pull out the x from the top, pull out 2 from the bottom. X source cancel, get x over 2. Don't worry about learning logs. We'll skip that. For 378, it's more of the same stuff. They want you to simplify. And the only reason why they have the exclusions, so the bottom is never 0. But for A, the top is pretty easy. X minus 4, x plus 4. Now, the bottom is a tricky one, right? But again, assume that one of the factors up top is going to be one of the factors down below. And again, A was x minus 4, x minus 4. All right? Was there with A? X minus 4, x minus 4 for A. And if you assume x minus 4 comes out from the bottom, you should have 3x plus 2 as the other factor. And that works. That totally works. You didn't get 3x plus 2 times x minus 4 on the bottom? Okay. Okay.
I did.
Hold on. Let's back up here.
I just didn't simplify enough. My bad.
Okay, let's start.
I
This
could've
one.
got that, but I just didn't
Do you see? Okay, let's focus on the top of the first fraction. So Alexander, what's your question?
Sound really stupid.
No, don't go ahead. Good. No, say it. Good.
Why is it x does not equal
4?
neg- Why does
because it would get 0.
Oh, you don't want the bottom to be 0. That's all. That's just like Is
Plug
it-
in, you get 0.
it's like a disclaimer. It's just to make sure that this is valid. So you can't divide by 0. Because if you
why
plug,
would I choose to plug in 2/3?
I don't
Yeah,
know
it's 0.
why, but
You just can't- Okay.
no. So all that's happening, Alexander, is that after you factor it, you see what make each of these 0 on the bottom, and just make sure that you state the exclusion so that you never have an invalid answer. That's
I
all.
thought it was like some weird like reverse psychology.
No, it's not at all. It's not at all. It's just it's like someone who wants to be a smartass about the problem, like, oh, but this doesn't work because what if x equals this? Like, that's all it's saying. It's just a like disclaimer, like legal language. For part B, pull out the 5 from the top. The bottom, again, if you think about it, right, after I pull the 5 up from the top, I have 2x plus 5. Assume 2x plus 5 comes out from the bottom. If you do that, you should get x minus 2 as the other factor. And actually, you know what? I'm glad you brought something out, Sam. That's actually a big tell. Because if you see these exclusions, this kind of tells me how to factor the bottom.
Yeah.
It kind of tells you x minus 2 must be a factor of this. And then the other one, it would have to be the opposite of that, which is 2x plus 5. So it is kind of a no, it's a clue that we can use. And for C, it's already factored for you, but flip the second fraction, cross stuff off. You just get 2 if you do it correctly. 79 is review of old stuff. X equals 0 is the first one. The second one actually is no solution because the x's cancel, and negative 12 is not equal 5. But if you got the same thing on each side, then it'd be implement many solutions. C is pretty straightforward, just straight factor, solve each factor. And D straight up is just x equals 2. So, okay. Question about homework 22 before I move on to homework 23.
Can you go
Sure, of course. Which one do you want to talk about, John? Or which one you want to look at? What about 379? There we go. Those are all the answers for that one.
Wait, n equals what? What does that say?
My handwriting sucks because I was doing it fast during semi prayer. No
Oh.
solution. That's because all the x's cancel. After you clean it up, the x's go away. All right. For 82, the beginning is just talking about how to cross off numbers. Now remember, multiplication is commutative. Commutative, sorry, I always love that word. Multiplication is commutative. What that means is I could reverse the order of multiplication. 2 times 3, 3 times 2, same thing. So I have 2 14ths times, or if I have 2 over 3 times 9 over 14, I can just reverse and say, well, 2 times 9 over 14 times 3. 2 over 14 reduces to 1/7. 9 over 3 reduces to 3. 3/7. B, same thing. I'm going to flip the second fraction. And you can move the 25 next to the 5, the 3 next to the 12. I get 5/4. That works as well. For 83, they're the same thing. I mean, if I expand it, fine. You get that. I don't know why you would expand it. But I'll just graph the way it looks because you move 2 left and 4 up. But anyway, it's the same thing. So that's what's happening there. Okay, but what I really care about is 85 and problems afterwards because we have to factor correctly. Now, what I don't want you guys to do is I don't want you guys doing too much factoring. I really want you guys to be as efficient as possible. So let's assume I'll factor the bottom here. What do you put in the diamond? What do you put up top if you factor the bottom?
8 times 2. No.
Yeah, exactly, which is what? For the bottom. And how and then what do I put below it? And how do I split it? Multiply to the top, add to the bottom. And then if I do this, easy peasy, right? 2x squared, 12, 8x, 3x. That's 4x and 3. Oops, sorry, I'm going to say 2x. My apologies. 2x and 3, x and 4. Yep. So that's how you factor the bottom, right? Now, do I need to do the same exact thing for the top? No. Assume that either 2x plus 3 or x plus, because remember, these problems are in for an intention. We want things to go away, right? We want things to cancel. But 2x plus 3 is not going to be pulled out of 3x squared. Forget about it. How am I going to get 2x out of 3x squared? But can I get x plus 4 out? Perhaps. Assume x plus 4 is a factor at the top. Then the other parts have to be 3x, because 3x and x gets you 3x squared. Negative 1 and 4 gets you negative 4. If you check the middles, 12x, negative x, 11x, boom, got it. X plus 4 is cancel. We have the final answer. So this will work very nicely. Now, on our test, how can you verify this on a test? There's a few ways you could do it. Aiden, go ahead.
Understand how you just randomly got 2x minus 3.
2x plus 3 on the bottom. Oh, that's when I did all this right here.
Oh, no.
What's the
I
question?
understand how you like assume that.
Oh, from the box? This right here?
No, I know I see that. How you got the other thing?
Oh, you went up top?
Yeah, how'd you know? Like that when you.
Oh, how I was able to factor the top, but not, so sorry. You're asking about the top. Okay, thanks. All right. So here's the deal.
Like this is assumable thing.
Well, it's because you this is like those are needed to multiply.
Okay, so for now, Aiden, ignore all this, okay? But let's do it from scratch. Okay, just ignore that. Let me show you how I do it from scratch. I'm going to choose the top or bottom factor first, right? So I choose the bottom. I did all this work, right? 24, 11. No, it's good. You're asking good questions. And then I do all this work, right? Which you already know how to do, right? 12, 12, 8x, 3x, 2x, 3x, and 4, right? So the bottom is this. Now, let me rewrite the top. The top is this. So I have to break this down as well. Should I go through the motions again? You can. But if you think about it, one of these two has to be identical to the top. Because why even have this problem in the first place? So you have to think what I'm thinking, right? Be inside my head. Like, what am I doing when I write this problem? I want things to go away, right? So it's kind of a game of wits if you think about the test, right? Like, what's Mr. E thinking? So can 2x plus 3 come out from this? Well, no, because I can't divide 3x squared by 2, right? So let's assume the other one works, x plus 4. Okay. Can x be pulled out of this? Sure. Can 4 be pulled out of this? Sure. So if that's true, if we have an x here, what it has to be over here to make it 3x squared? No, x times what gets you 3x squared? 3x, right? That has to be 3x. And then what do you multiply to 4 to make it negative 4? Perfect. Now, if you FOIL, 4 times 3x is 12x, right? And what are these together? Negative x. What does it become? 11x. And I got 11x right in the middle there, right? So if you really want to do this process again, you can. I'm not holding it against you. I'm just saying you could save some time. Do you get extra time?
No.
Okay, then no.
Standard time.
Yeah. Actually, I will say this though. Did I tell you how long it took me to take the test?
4 minutes.
Yeah, 5-6 minutes. So no, I'm not kidding. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yay, do it.
Do what?
Yeah, let's see it.
Well, then will take me faster now because I've seen it. So
Oh, yeah, but do
Yeah,
it.
but like show us how you do it.
well, I'm not gonna show you the test. No, I have a blank test. I could print one and do it.
Let's test
No.
it. All right, let's do a blank test and I actually
No.
want to see this.
How about this? For the next, how about this for the next test? I'll do that for you guys.
With the same problems.
Well, actually, no, because can't show you the test. I mean,
Give them
I don't know how I verify. How can I verify it?
Good.
Anyway, let's move on, guys.
I'll look at the final thing.
I don't know. I haven't worked. I'm not even thinking the final.
Yeah, how long is the final?
I mean, it's supposed to be an hour and a half for standard time. You guys keep moving. I do like this conversation, but let's keep going. Okay, for 90, you do need to flip the second fraction. So make sure you flip and cross stuff off. For B, okay, same exact thing I was talking about, right? You don't need to go through so much factor because it does look a little intense. You're like, oh my gosh, look at B. I got to factor 4 separate polynomials. No. what I would do is factor the top of the second fraction. That's easy. And maybe choose another one to factor. Maybe choose the bottom of the second fraction, which is 2x minus 1x plus 4. And assume that it's probably 2x minus 1 here. If you do that, you get 3x plus 1. And then assume there's probably 3x plus 1 here, and you get x plus 8. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, and you get this. X minus 4 of x plus 4. Cool?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Not cool. Okay.
It's still marsh, dude.
I think I said 7 questions. Did I share the details with you guys?
No.
No, what we do is we all meet. We usually meet once a week during E period on Fridays or some other day of the week, and then oh, you want to like put like a microphone or something? Yes, try guys. Go short. What time? You said E period. Yeah. Time? I said E period. Cam 2:30, whatever. So one room down there. No, usually what happens is
Test.
no, what happens we all give input what we want to see on the test. Then usually Ms. Wong will like put questions together, and then we say, okay, no, yes, no, whatever. Let's change this up, and then we return the point values after that. And then we usually fine tune things after that. So,
It's still marsh.
but yes, we all get together and decide what question I'll put. So, Lee, go ahead. Yeah.
6x over 9
Yep.
times 2x minus 1, and then you divide it by 3.
Exactly right. Correct. Okay. Again, for part B, again, I know the factor is a little crazy, so choose a couple of factor. Again, the top of the second fraction, the bottom of the second fraction are probably the easier ones to factor. And then assume that some of the other solutions, the other factors will come out. I'll do one of these in a little bit because there's some pretty nasty ones on the next page. For 91.
Like is it our homework Wednesday?
Yes, correct. Only doing one lesson, yes. No, it's all related. For 91, obviously x plus 4 happens twice. Cross one of the x plus 4 is down below. For B, line them up. 8 over 4, the x plus 2s, the x minus 3s, should get that. Oh, I forgot to show you how can you verify your work. So let's go back to like say one of the other problems I just did not too long ago. Let's look at 85, guys. How can you verify your work? Guys, quiet. So you will get no. Coil. I like that. What should that stand for? We're mixing up our words. All right. No. How can you verify your work using graph calculator? Because this will be in the calculator portion. So what you could do is this. If I put in parentheses 3x squared plus 11x. Of course, if you have a nasty one, it might be a little longer to do, but you have that divided by 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. Okay, then let me graph the other one. They should be identical. If you did it correctly, they should 100% be the same. So, like hit graph. There's the first one. Just be patient. Which, by the way, we are going to graph these in the spring, these kind of graphs. And I don't see anything right now. So if hit trace, that is good. Hit trace. You see it says Y1 in the top left corner. If hit the down key, I stay at the same place. Nothing changed. So it's the same graph. So that's how you know you did it right. Or you could do this. Plug in 0 for x. What's that going to be? -4/12. How about this one? Same thing, -1/3. So you can plug in numbers also. It's another way to verify your work. So you have a couple ways to verify. All right. All right. Table in front. Let's focus, please. Thank you. Okay, for 92, we're going to talk about adding fractions later today. But remember, if I got to find the LCD, it's 15 here. So change 1/3 to 5/15. Change 2/5 to 6/15. You got 11/15. For 102, obviously you can't have the denominator 0. That's what x cannot be 4. Don't worry about part B because I didn't sign 99. I don't know why that's there. For part C, if x can't be -6 and x plus 6 is a factor, if x can't be 1/3, then 3x minus 1 would be a factor. And you could just write that down. That works. Again, if x equals 1/3, then you're telling me that 3x equals 1, which means you're telling me 3x minus 1 equals 0. So if you want to exclude that, then you got to make it the bottom of the fraction so that it becomes undefined. That's how you handle those problems. Okay, lastly, these here. These were pretty intense. And I got to work out C again because C, for some reasons,
So hard.
it is. It is. But before I do C, because I think I made a mistake with C, I'm going to do C again. But A, B, and D, I'm very confident I got. So A was already factored for you, cross stuff off. B is already factored for you, cross stuff off, but flip the second fraction. For D, you do have to factor and flip as well. And you should get 4 over x minus 2 for D. D, I'm pretty sure I got correct. And D's, but guys, for D, here's what I've done. Factor the 4 out from the top of the first fraction. Factor the bottom of this first fraction as well for D. Those are easy to factor. Then assume the x minus 3 is in the bottom of the right fraction, and x plus 5 is in the top of the right fraction as well. Let's make those assumptions. You should be able to figure out the rest. Again, we want things to cancel out very nicely. That's what we want. Okay, let me do C again, because I think I made a mistake of that one. I don't know. So I need a little space here. I'll move back down so you can look at D again. Let's look at C. And let me show what I would think. Okay, of those 4 polynomials, which one's the easiest of those to factor, guys? For part C. Top right. So it'd be P plus 9, P minus 1. And just be sure I get 8 P in the middle. Okay. Now you can have a choice of what you want to factor next. Let's factor the bottom of the second fraction. That'll be negative 24 and 10. That's going to be 12 and negative 2. Do the box. 3p squared. Negative 8. 12p. Negative 2p. P. 3p. 4. Negative 2. Yeah, I think I did it right. 3p minus 2. And p plus 4. Just make sure I get positive 10p in the middle. Okay, good. Now, let's assume p plus 4 can be factored from the one in the top left. Then this has to be 2p, right? And this has to be negative 3. Do you get 5p in the middle? We do. Then look at the bottom left. Probably have 2p minus 3 as a factor. If that's true, I have to have a p here. And I probably have to have a positive, negative 1. And do I get negative 5p in the middle? I do. So when things cancel, 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 what are you stuck with? Notice I had to do the diamond boxing just once, not 4 times, just once. I did the easy one, chose another one to do the whole factoring process, and then assumed that other factors coming out. We'll keep working this. I'll work with you guys on Wednesday to make sure you're doing it this way so you're efficient. But notice it didn't take. So you're wondering why it takes me 5 or 6 minutes. To be honest, that's why. But also, I've done this a long time. It's going to take you a while. If you're fast with factoring, it's fine. But my concern is this: what if you make a careless error? You're a human being. You make a careless error, you're going to be spinning your wheels. You're going to be staring at. But you will. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, well, I want you to finish, right? I mean, that's important. To get all the problems done. So, but you should get that. And I think I made a mistake. Yeah, I factored incorrectly somehow. So, and I'll have to redo my answer key because it's not the greatest. Anyway, we're all done here. So let's get the last lesson done. It's the last topic for this unit. Homework is really short. And again, if you're behind homeworks, it's fine. You can get caught up. And good news that interim grades are due again today. I already put them in, but everyone's grades improved after the last test, right? So I already put them in the system. You guys are in good shape. I had to write fewer progress reports, fewer low grades, so it's good. We're in a better place. The progress reports are due tonight, which your parents will get. But let's keep things moving in the right direction as we're seeing already. So, all right. Okay, guys, let's get the notes out. Let's transition to notes. Notes should be short again. I'll do it with you guys. And then you guys can do homework. All right. So notes, let's get them out. Or if they're already. All right. Okay. Sure, that's fine. Thank you for asking. Oh, why am I doing yellow? That's crazy. Here we go. Okay, so let's talk about adding and subtracting fractions, right? Which you guys have done before. Just as a quick review, you don't have to write this down, but just as a quick review. By the way, this is actually a good little exercise, and like for anyone who likes to,
This one?
yes. For anyone who likes to cook or makes or bake or stuff like that, sometimes you have to measure stuff out. Like they might say, oh, you need a quarter cup of flour or 2/3 cup of this or whatever, right? Well, if you think about it, 1/4 I know is 0.25, 25%. 2/3 about 6%. So combined, I know this is less than one. It's like about 80, about 91% roughly, if you were to combine these as decimals or percentages. But what if I wanted a whole fraction, right? So if you think about it, what's the LCD or least common denominator for these two fractions here? What would it be for 3 and 4? What number are they both a multiple of? Or what number is a multiple of both 3 and 4? 12, good. 12. Okay, Alexandra and John, stop talking. So what you need to do is you have to change each fraction so it's equivalent. That's why this is called equivalent expressions, this whole unit. You want to make the fractions hold the same value, but cosmetically look a little different with the new denominator. For example, the first fraction needs 4 and 4. Because 4 times 3 gets me 12. But if I do 4 to the bottom, I better do it to the top. The second fraction needs 3 and 3, right? Because I need 12 on the bottom as well. So what do you get then? 8/12 plus 3/12, which is 11/12. So like, for example, if you had like a measuring cup, and you pour 2/3 of water in there and 1/4 of water, it wouldn't fill up. It wouldn't overflow, get close to filling up. But if we wanted the true fraction, it'd be 11/12. So by the same token, we have to do the same thing for algebraic expressions. It's not any different. Look at x minus 1, look at x plus 5. Can I factor anything out of x plus 5? No. Can I factor anything out of x minus 1? No. So I'm going to multiply these together and call that my common denominator. In all likelihood, you're going to take your two denominators and multiply them together. Sometimes that might be redundant, and we won't want to do that. I'll talk about that when that time comes. But for now, those are two expressions that don't share any factors. So what I'm going to do is multiply this one by x plus 5. And multiply this one by x minus 1. So what I'm doing is I'm deliberately changing both fractions, but they have the same denominator. So what's going to happen now, it's going to look like this: 2x times x plus 5 over x plus 5 times x minus 1 plus 3x minus 1 over x plus 5 times x minus 1, times x minus 1. So let me erase this for now. So let's take a step back. Let's ask us, what did we just do? Did I create an equivalent expression? Yes, I did. 100% I did. This expression in the fine print is the same exact way I wrote in red. Same exact thing. But why did I do it? Because the only way you can add fractions when the denominators are the same, just like with 3/4, like 2/3 and 1/4, I can add those two fractions until I made both of them out of 12. Then I say, okay, now I can actually combine those fractions, right? Same thing here. I have to do the same thing. Now, of course, if I cross off x plus 5s, do I get back to what I had before? Sure. If I cross off the x minus 1s, do I get back to the same thing? Sure. Would I want to do that? Well, I'm spinning my wheels if I do that. So I'm now past that point. Let's combine these two fractions. If I combine these two fractions, now it could be one big fraction, right? Just like, for example, if I had like 2/7 plus 3/7, can I combine those and make it one big fraction? Yeah, totally. It's 5/7, right? Again, if I had like a measuring glass, 2/7 of water, 3/7 of water, mix it together, I get 5/7 of water. Same thing. So when the denominators are the same, I'm allowed to combine these two. So I'm going to combine this one giant fraction, 2x times x plus 5 plus 3. I can't do threes here. 3x minus 1 over this whole thing. So what I've done now is I've merged the two fractions into one. Okay, this is what this section is entirely about. It's entirely about merging fractions. Now, let me get rid of this because I don't need this anymore. I'm running out of space. Oh, geez. What did I just do? All right. Okay, so let me move this to the top. Let's continue breaking it down. Nathan, can you stop talking? Thanks. All right, let's distribute and combine like terms afterwards. So 2x squared plus 10x plus 3x minus 3 all over x plus 5, x minus 1, 2x squared plus 13x minus 3 over. And at this point, you're done with the problem. There's not much more we can do at this point.
It's a common denominator. It's just x plus 5, x minus.
That's your denominator. Exactly, 100% correct, right? So all I'm doing is that after I merge the fractions, I'm just distributing to combine like
So it's the same if it's like
Like this,
over
yeah,
2.
Yeah, just one question like this.
Sorry.
But here's the thing. Technically, you're kind of done after you merge the fractions. I mean, like I've taught AP calculus before, and and actually on the AP exam, they say not to simplify. You could actually leave answers like this and accept it.
The example, what?
Calculus.
Oh.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is that simplification, sometimes, or college, whatever, whenever you're doing calculus, or
Don't mark down the calculus.
well, yeah, you might probably do calculus. You're a junior right now, right?
Yeah.
So next year you do probably pre-calculus, right?
Yeah.
And then college,
Yeah,
probably
college.
calculus. Yeah. What if you're a business major? You're gonna do calculus as
All
a.
right, John.
So the point I'm trying to make is that after you merge, there's not much more you can do. So, yeah. Not necessarily. It depends what you want to do and study. What if you're like a psychology major, you don't need calculus. Yeah, you might need stats or data, some sort of data analytics class. Actually, I would argue. Actually, I would argue. I don't know why we force you guys to take calculus at the school. Like, I think we should actually have like a data type of science class. We have stats. Yeah.
The highest math,
What for a data?
That.
Not necessarily.
what's the highest math in CR?
The advanced topics class, which is what like if the juniors do AP Calculus B, C, or AB, and they want to do another math class, it's like a hodgepodge of college math courses. So that's the highest what we offer here. Anyway, let's keep moving, guys.
Yeah, you're more than talk.
Okay. Yeah, Slink, you have a question. Go ahead. Okay. Okay, guys, let's keep moving. All right. Wait, what was that, John? Oh, good. They're teasing you. That's what they're doing.
Bowling.
No, I know bowling. That they're teasing. They're very fun.
Come on, let it roll up and show you.
It's actually all funny. It's not awkward. So anyway, I'll stop. Let's look at the first fraction. The first question. Okay, you have two different denominators, right? Okay, here's the deal. When you build LCDs, okay, or least common denominators, what you want to do is look at both denominators and see if one of them has the other factor built into it, which it does. This is a more elaborate denominator. Is 3x plus 1 part of the other one? Yes. So in this case, you could just call the big one the LCD. Likewise for B. So B, you have a big denominator and a small denominator. Because the big denominator already encompasses or engulfs the smaller one, you can just call the big one your LCD. So for part A, the second fraction is cool. The first fraction needs a little something else. What am I going to incorporate to that first fraction to make it more complete? What does it need? X minus 5. Do you guys focus, please? Do you guys see that? Why put an x minus 5 top bottom of the first fraction? Because what happens to the denominators now? They're equivalent, right? So now you're gonna have this x times x minus 5 plus 2x squared minus 2 all over all this junk. If you want to FOIL it, actually we should distribute. So you should get I'm gonna skip some steps too, guys. So my apologies if I'm skipping steps.
We do this on the top.
Yeah, but if you're wrong, then I can't help you with partial credit. I'm just good for the sake of time. I don't either. We gotta do it.
We just skip it. Yeah, let's just skip it. Go to the
Just
next
don't do a test at all. Yeah, I like
one.
that.
Like a multiplication table.
Okay, but then when you go out to college and a professor expects you to know this, then what's gonna happen? So you know, okay. You know, I'll tell your dad that. Okay.
Do not tell us. You're not telling. You're not telling Zane.
All right. Anyway, that's what we get for this one here. Actually, you know what? Actually, no. No, don't do that because it makes it worse. You want to keep it factored. Actually, so Lincoln asked a great question. Should we FOIL the bottom? I'd say no. And here's the reason why. I'm looking at the numerator right now after I cleaned it up. This is one of the rare cases where actually we could factor and simplify further. If I think about it, I can make this 3x plus 1 and x minus 2. Yeah, that actually does happen. Yeah, that happens. And those go away and we're stuck with. I did in my head. I just did the factor in my head. Yeah, it does work. 3x plus 1 times x minus 2 is factored out from 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. So, because it does say, check to see if the numerator can be factored, which it can. You might get a simple answer, which I did. So, do watch out for that. That can happen. Rarely it does, but in this case, this is the rare time where it does happen. Okay, let's keep moving, guys. Let's look at the next one. Next one. Okay. So what am I gonna do about the next one? Guys, quiet, please. We're not we'll be done pretty soon. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna multiply top bottom second fraction by to make it combine. Thank you, Aiden. X minus. I'll call your dad's name. Sorry. What's your dad's Zane, right? Yeah. All right. X minus 2, X minus 3, right? Okay. Have you ever fun at during family dinners?
Yes. And I
Really?
crack out of it.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. John heard it all. Well, I heard it all.
Okay. So you have 2x squared.
Mic on. Getting devious.
Mr. Rico, question, do you mind posting the homework piece on Schoology?
I will. Yes. No problem. Okay. So I need some space. Let me erase the other stuff here. Hey, John, stop. Focus, dude. All right. All right, here we go. Do you guys see what I just did? I combined the fractions, right? I did x minus 2 both top bottom. I distributed, combined like terms. I could factor actually the top. I'm gonna do the diamond, 18 and -9, -3 and -6. You should get 2x squared, 9, -3x, -6x, 2x, x, -3, and -3 again. Oh yeah, look at that. So that becomes 2x minus 3, x minus 3. What happens to x minus 3s here? They cancel out. So you got to watch out for that. That can happen. So you get 2x minus 3 over x plus 3. So after we add the fractions and you combine stuff, you may want to check see if the numerator can be factored. And if it can, it has a factors column at the bottom, you're going to have to cancel it out. If I ask you to simplify, right? Because that's the whole point. All right. I'm gonna have you guys do some practice because I think you guys need to do some practice. I've been giving my voice a break. So what I want you guys to do is find the LCD, combine the fractions, and simplify afterwards. I'll tee this up for you guys. Okay. It's all teed up. All right. Okay. Why don't you guys help me factor the bottom of the second fraction? How do I factor bottom? What was that? Sorry. Okay, bottom of the second fraction. What multiplies 20 adds up to -3? Sorry, multiplies to -20 adds up to -3. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, I'll tell you what the other one is, just in interest of time. Okay, cool. That should work, I think. You get 13x. Okay. So now let's think about it. We have two fractions, two different denominators, but do they share something in common? What do they have in common? And x plus 4. But they have something different. 3x plus 1 and
That doesn't look like a four mystery. To be
which
honest.
one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I see it.
What does it look like?
Definitely take a 4.
It's okay. I'll make it more clear.
Draw, that'd be great.
Hey, if you guys can't see what I'm writing, I gotta fix it. It's all right. I don't care.
Clarifications are helping me make it.
It's not the first time people tell me handwriting sucks. I know it sucks. So you said it a nice way. X plus 4 x plus, is that better, Alexander?
The class.
You read that?
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
all right. Okay. What am I multiply top and bottom? What? Top bottom first, top bottom second. What's your LCD, guys?
Oh,
Least common denominator is gonna be pretty elaborate here. It's gonna be 3 factors. You definitely need an x plus 4. What else do you need? And what else? Thank you, Zaid. Sorry, what can I say? I did that. You know, I have Zaid. I have Zaid in my class. So sorry. Yeah, sorry. Aiden. I know you're Aiden. Yeah. You know, it's gonna call you Zaid from now on. There we go. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna have you guys do the combination down part B. Okay. So let's do this, guys. I'll check your work afterwards. Okay. So guys, tell me this. Nathan, you help me out. First fraction, what did I multiply top and bottom by? Right now you have 2 of these. I said Nathan. Okay, Nathan, do the second one because Aiden ruined it for you.
But can you explain why you did the first one?
Because you want the denominators to be identical. Right? Right now these denominators are not the same. But they have one thing the same, x plus 4. So 3x plus 1, x minus 7 are both unique. So I need x minus 7 for the first fraction to make it match up with the second fraction, right? Now look at the second fraction. What's the second fraction missing? You want to make it look like this. Nope. Look at your LCD, dude. What's your LCD here?
I can't read the one.
Okay. Well, what's our LCD? Okay. Okay.
3x plus 1.
Thank you. Okay, 3x plus 1. All right. Okay. But think about it. We have 3x plus 1 coming out the second other one, right? All right. You guys gonna do this, okay? Because I need my voice needs a break. Combine the fractions. Do not FOIL the bottom, but FOIL the top. Combine stuff and see if you get factored afterwards, okay? Why don't you guys do it? I'll do it right now on my screen. I'll freeze the screen. I'll give you guys a couple minutes. Guys, get done. I'll come by and check your workout, okay? All right, guys, get to work. Do this problem. Guys, work. Do the problem. You guys can FOIL. I know you guys can. Yeah, I think so. We'll switch these seats again. We're doing a review on Wednesday, so it's all good. We're gonna be on the hallways.
Take it this one.
It's impossible.
No, it's not.
Really don't
I
care.
agree with you.
This one equation.
All right. Okay.
I don't get.
No, don't put the answer.
Guys, FOIL. John, what's going on?
They're cracking out on me.
All right. Okay, let's FOIL.
They don't like me.
Let's copy the problem. Do it.
I'm already done.
No,
I don't get the LCD.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it.
I literally. I don't. I don't.
He
I don't.
doesn't want to do it.
Yes, okay.
Wait, so we're just boiling?
Do other stuff.
Okay, well, can get to work. Guys, let's get to work. Guys, we cannot have another bad test, okay?
It's okay.
All right. The last thing I want on Monday, when we come back, is another terrible test. Let's get to work. Let's take this seriously, all right?
Does this look right?
Okay,
Wow.
that's good so far. And that's good so far. But don't foil, actually leave it, no, I said don't foil the bottom. Foil
Oh, thanks, we're done.
Right.
Wait, but why would I only foil
Actually,
some?
that should be,
Oh my God.
Wait, why do I only, oh, wait, never mind.
we want to see if
So you get the
back-
stamp thing.
We want to see if we can pull this off, so.
Why is it closed?
I just did.
Okay, John, what's going on, dude? What's happening?
Trying to foil, I'm trying to foil.
I said you were finished.
No, you're not even close, you need to start. Okay, do you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, coming along with it.
Thank you. What this needs X. plus the-
What's that? Wait, minus that. You're minus that.
You copy the
Yeah,
bottom line.
yeah.
That's.
No, I did it this week.
Problem two is crazy.
Okay. So now you can do X minus this, and X plus this.
It's a factor, but it goes to the other side.
Yeah, okay,
And
we'll have to
then
do
you have to
foil,
multiply these
so
two.
leave this
Other
alone.
factor.
3x.
Or you have to multiply this.
Okay, so you have
2x squared.
2x squared, keep
Multiply
going.
This.
Over your scribe.
By that. I did
X minus one.
So negative X.
Oh,
Seven times two, okay,
yeah, I.
and it's plus that, right? Okay, okay, you can do the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Do.
I did.
What do I do now?
Hey, what do you got?
Wait, how are we?
You guys get 5x squared minus 5x plus 10. You're doing great.
Now what? What do I do now?
Combine like terms and then factor.
Oh, I didn't come on. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
almost
this is
there.
over, whatever.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Wait, come back.
Okay, I'll come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So I can just
what.
put
Get
all of
out.
this.
You keep going, you're doing great. Combine like terms. Combine 2x squared, 3x squared, x 10x and 7.
So I just put all of this over that.
Exactly, yes.
Then I can go.
Well, then factor the top. And see if any factor the common.
I didn't do.
3. Killing me.
How do you want to
Triple foil.
Yeah, I can't do this.
We're not playing, we don't want to blow that, we want to see it. We want to see.
There's no way.
Oh, yeah, it's gone. So it's from here, you
Higher.
can actually do this.
Like, X minus 7. And this is, that's supposed to be like that. So you gotta move like these together.
The 3, I did it.
What do you got, Aiden?
Wait. Oh.
See, I'm gonna move like these together.
So you have to do.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah,
I can pull a 5 out, right?
You multiply this by x minus 7.
Yes.
And then you make all the x like this. Times x.
No. Then you pull this, well. And then you wind up on the top.
I did it.
Oh, because I was closing both of them.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's common, but that's what- Good, and then you can factor that. In. 4, 5. Oh, wait.
No, I don't have it.
Oh, you factor first.
Just an accident, like, that too.
Actually, yeah, take factor for that. Yeah, there you go. I got it.
That's what year is that mean?
Yeah, well, like this, we got enough.
Bring it home screen. Wait. Would you guys get here? Would you guys do the top? You're right.
You got it, you're on the right track, you got it.
Yes. Wait, the lights.
Give me a sec, hold on.
Yeah. It's literally exactly.
Okay.
Gotta be careful.
All right, I got the answer.
Watch out.
Right.
You're a little thirsty.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, so it's good. Feel a little better. You guys are combining fractions. That's good. All right. Okay. Okay, this table, guys, please, thank you. Can we just finish strong? Thank you. Just let's focus. Got a few more minutes left. All right, part B. We leave it like that as best we can do. All right, let's keep moving, guys. We still got more to do. No, we're not. We say we're done.
5 minutes.
No, I'm still doing more, guys. All right. All right, one more. Okay, so the good guys, quiet. The good news is that we pretty much got accomplished what we wanted to get accomplished. Is you guys know the process, but we still need to practice, right? You guys still, so let's do one more. 3, 110 is kind of a review of old stuff anyway, so we could skip 110 for now. It's all good. B is pretty good to do if you need more practice with fractoring and canceling things out. Let's look at part C really fast. 2 over x plus 4 minus 4x minus x squared. Now, how do you factor, John, you want you this for me? How do I factor the bottom? Or Samara, why don't you help us out?
I can do it.
John could do it. She threw it back to you. All right. Okay, go ahead.
What am I trying to find?
The factor the bottom of the second fraction of part C.
X.
Mhm.
Minus.
Mhm.
8.
No.
4.
4. Okay. And x.
Plus 4.
Right. So difference 2 squares. What's the LCD, guys?
X plus 4.
X plus 4 times x minus 4. Remember, you have to combine these two fractions. They have to be identical denominators. So if you do it correctly, you should get this 2x minus 4. Be awfully careful, guys. It's negative 4x plus x squared. Okay. Now, this is okay. Okay. If you guys are curious why people miss points on this particular unit, I remember this last year. And I kid you not, this happened. One student in particular actually kind of happened. Happened a dozen times. I even warned her this is going to happen, and she didn't listen. But
Who?
I'm not gonna say.
Who?
I'm not gonna
You
say.
have
Name
to
drop,
say it now.
name
You
drop.
have to say
No,
it
I'm
now.
not gonna say.
Are they?
I'm gonna give the gender. I'm just maybe it's a boy. Maybe I said her. I don't know.
It's definitely John.
Guys, stop. The point I'm trying to make is this.
Why did
Careless
x
mistakes-
squared become an x minus?
Okay, careless mistakes can happen often. If you make the mistakes nearly a dozen times,
Girl would
those
never-
points will add up. What's one of those, Alexander?
Sorry.
What's one of those mistakes? The distribution of the minus. You have minus this, you have to put negative 4x plus x squared. If you forget to put a negative to that negative x squared, that's gonna
It'll
cost
be
your
a-
points. You do that several times, guess what? Your grade drops from 100% down to 70%.
Oh.
Don't let that happen. Let's be careful. It's not good.
Okay.
Explain like how many points with like the partial kind of like small.
We'll talk about it Wednesday. Yeah, but let's have the test all printed. So be careful about that, okay? Let me keep going, finish off the problem. We got a couple minutes.
X minus 4 times x minus.
Because that's the factors of the second fraction. So it's gotta be the same with the other one also. They have to be identical. Right? That's the whole point of this. Give me a moment, guys. Let's finish off the problem. Okay. So 2x minus 8, negative 4x plus x squared. If you clean up the top, what do you get? X squared. I don't know why, John. Okay, do you get the same thing, Aiden? Okay, so that's the top. All right, guys, Alexander, you help us out. Factor the top.
The pink,
Yes.
2x minus.
Nope. This right here.
Oh, there, sorry. It's negative 8x squared. And so it's,
Okay.
it's 4, it's, no, it's negative 4.
Okay, good. Good. Perfect. Thank you. And see how those cancel? And you get this. And that should be your answer for part C. Okay, so that's a good one. because it's comes out nice and clean. So anyway, so that's the we finished the unit. That's great. So we can now do review on Wednesday and do tests on Friday. Okay. All right. Well, let me stop the video.